who's an independent. Rick is president of the Chamber of Commerce. A Leicester-born businessman who graduated from De Montfort, and he was first a chartered surveyor, and then he later took a law degree. Rick.
Good evening. I'm delighted to be here at my old university, as Dominic says, particularly in this faculty where I chair the Alumni Committee. May the 5th is a monumentally important day for the public in this city. It's a real opportunity to break the mould. It's a real opportunity to move away from the dogma and occasional intransigence of party politics. In recent years, more and more observers have been saying that party politics puts a stranglehold on local democracy, doesn't help it. I am standing as an independent. I have operated in the public sector, the private sector and the third sector. I believe I'm the only candidate who can see things from all three perspectives.
Thank you very much, Rick. Our next candidate is Mohammed Pathan. He's our youngest candidate, an independent and a current A-level student from Highfields. He told the Mercury that he would introduce a system to enable voters to act swiftly if they wanted to get rid of him, rather than having to wait for 4 years.
Well, I believe at such historic times where we're going to have our first ever elected mayor, we need to put the people first when it comes to in terms of policies. I'm an independent, I'm not standing with a party because I believe when the council works together and leaves ideologies outside, that's when we can put the people first, because ideologies act as a hindrance sometimes. Why I've said about the power of recall is because if we're going to give the mayor such powers where they can override the whole council, there needs to be some infrastructure to hold the mayor into account. Referendums have been something what people have spoken about, but it's too late. We're spending too much of the taxpayers' money on electing the mayor. The only way we can do this, giving the power back to the public, is through the power of recall. So if you don't think I'm doing a good job, you can get rid of me. We finally have a chance to put real Leicester values at the heart of this council. We can tell the people in town hall how we want the city to be run. There's not been enough meaningful consultation. I know many people are unhappy with the fact that the elected mayor decision went through without enough referendum or consultation. This is our chance to go and tell the town hall and the people in town hall how we want our services, how we want our city run. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sir Peter Salisbury is also a graduate of De Montfort University, and he represents the Labour Party, a former leader of Leicester City Council for 17 years and our former MP for Leicester South. He told the Mercury that he'd like to take control of transport in the city with the same powers that Boris Johnson has over the capital's transport system.
When I graduated here, I decided to make my home here because I'd fallen in love with a city that is rich in its diversity. I've had the privilege of 17 years as its leader of the council and the last 6 years representing it in Parliament. But looking to the future, I believe that having an elected mayor in a city like this is the democratic way for the people of the city to decide whose vision they share and who they want to lead their council and their city. I believe that the person who's mayor needs to care about the city, needs to understand public services, needs to be credible, and needs to be effective. I hope I have those qualities. It will be for you to judge, and that's the important part of this process, which I believe is revitalising local democracy. I believe we need a healthy city, a working city, a low-carbon city, and above all, a proud and self-confident city.
Thank you very much. And our final candidate is Lee Soden, who's also an independent. Lee is a mature student at Leicester University studying law, and he told the Mercury that if he was elected on the 5th of May, his main priority would be to create spaces for high-tech businesses to move into to ensure that we have better graduate retention. Lee.
The starting pistol that we fired in the city in early May could define politics for a generation, for our generation. It's the first truly open race to be run under the new government, and will serve not only as a referendum on their policy, but also on the very ideals of our current body politic. This race, as I view it, will prove a testing ground for ideas of governance shunned by our current leaders, ideas such as rights before wrongs, such as reason before restriction, and above all, principles before politics. As the mayor of this city, I would bring these qualities to the fore and make them a new tradition in governance. Furthermore, I would strive to bring industry again to this city by selling off the vast tracts of unused council land to lucrative industrial investors, creating jobs that are badly needed both by the educated youth and too often overlooked middle-aged workers who have experience necessary to bring prosperity from these enterprises. Most of all, though, I'm standing not just on a platform of jobs, not just on a platform of entrepreneurship, and not just on a platform of community. I'm standing on a platform of progress. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.